Welcome back, Focus Fanatics. In this video, I'm going to show you a quick tip on how to generate a report like you see here with maybe today's entrees. This would be something that could be used in maybe a high-end seafood restaurant that does a lot of daily specials, or really any environment that changes their menu on a day-to-day basis. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a look at our menu items. In this example, we are going to assume that, let's go ahead and get down there, that my restaurant has a rotating menu of, it obviously is probably more than 18 items, maybe 100 items or 300 items that they either turn on or turn off on a daily basis. So in this example, we have these 18 different items, and I've put them all on a canvas. Now you can do this by canvas or report group or whatever, but we're going to go ahead and create a menu item filter. So if we go into menu items, and we go to find, and we get into our menu item filters, you can see that I've created a menu item filter called today's entrees. So today's entrees are going to include all the items that are on the Canvas dinner specials. And like I said, you could do this by report group. So my today's entrees could include all the items that are in report group, daily entrees or dinner specials. And then the one thing that we also have to do is we need to make sure that we uncheck this out of stock item here. So this report is going to look at all the items in this group that are not out of stock. Okay, so go ahead and do that. So that's how you're going to trigger this report. Our report is going to actually generate a list of all the items that are part of this group that are not out of stock. So on a daily basis, what the restaurant would do is we would create a different menu item filter called entree choices that include all of them. So if I go ahead and find all these items, and there could be 300, first thing you're going to want to do is probably mark everything out of stock. So we'll go to Tools, Quick Set, Options, and we'll go ahead and say mark all these items out of stock. So now none of these items are available. You can see all of them have this little checkbox over there. And then for the items that you want to have available today or for the week or whatever, just go ahead and mark them not out of stock. Oops. And if you want, let's say you have a certain numbers of special number 362, you can put in a count, and you can also mark countdown, and on the report that will actually show how many you have of these items. So we'll go ahead and chicken fettuccine, and then you just go ahead and hit save and close. So we've just basically said these are the items that we're going to have today, and then we'll go ahead and go into report setup, and we're going to create a report called today's entrees, and all it is a menu item report that looks at this menu item filter, and the output is going to be to the screen. And if we go to reports and we run today's entrees report to the screen, and you can see those are the items that I checked that were not out of stock. So these are the items on today's menu. Now, one cool thing that you can do is you can generate this report to actually automatically run and display on each terminal. So to do that, you have two more steps required. You go to miscellaneous events, and you go to today's entrees, and you create an event. So we say, hey, I want this to be used, generate this report. I want it to be active, and maybe every 15 minutes. So if as you run out of things, it takes it off the report. Or if a manager goes in and marks something out of stock, it will then take it off the report, and the servers will be able to see that from the point of sale. So you go ahead and you create this event, and that's going to run every 15 minutes. And then the only other thing you have to do is you have to go into your stations under location stations and make sure that this is called an event blackboard. So you have to make sure this checkbox here is configured for each station that you want this report to show up on. So you can see that all these other stations I have, whoops, that report's not going to show up, but the one that I'm on right now, because this checkbox is there, it will display. So now when I'm at the front of the house, I can see my report. Now, remember, I have that event running every 15 minutes, so this isn't going to update for another 15 minutes. But you could go ahead and run that every 5 minutes, or this is a real small report, so you could run it every 2 minutes if you wanted to. It's not going to be a big deal. So now now all the employees can see it here. And if you want to run the report, a manager can just go in and go to his or her reports and generate that report by just going directly into the point of sale. So that is one good way to print out a list of the active items for the day or the week. I hope this tip benefits both you and your customers. And until next time, stay focused.